It was the AFL Heartland's turn to kick season 2012 into gear at the game's spiritual home. Footy-starved fans flooding the MCG to witness what had become the traditional season starter between Carlton and Richmond. Plenty of hype about the Tigers and their bright prospects this season, but they'd have to overturn a 7-match losing streak against the Blues. Fired up, the Tigers. Despite their winless pre-season, Carlton were confident of hitting the ground running, dominating the opener, but it was the Tigers who drew first blood.
And that's a beautiful looking kick. He puts it through.
Vickery with their first, and they'd immediately follow it with another, Grigg this time.
Good start by the Tigers.
The Blues would take some time to find their feet.
And Betts goes bang.
They would kick 3 straight to briefly snatch the lead.
25 metres out, splits the middle.
They'd promised a tight one, and the fans weren't disappointed as Richmond hit straight back through Nahas.
25 metres out, slots it. Coming up a great season last year.
The Tigers had led by 2 after what had been a furious opening term, and they'd turn it up a notch in the second, scrapping for every possession. Jack Revolt kicking the first.
But so far, Revolt has exactly the same number of goals as I do, but not anymore.
But the Blues would bounce straight back.
To Yaron, who'd love a goal from half-back. From his mate too. Betts to Yaron, bang goal.
Then it was his mate's turn.
Betts can get his own goal now. Goes in and pops it through.
The Blues had given themselves a little breathing space, and while the Tigers would bite back through Martin, Carlton were now turning it on.
Open goal gets it.
Damien Hardwick could sense the Blues midfield starting to dominate, and it was beginning to show on the scoreboard.
Back, here's a chance for Garlett. Garlett snaps! Oh, that's a beauty.
A 5-2 second quarter handing the Blues a 19-point half-time lead, and they'd continue to press after the break.
Grind, oh, good grab again by Hampson, and Thornton strolls in and Carlton lead by 5.
Dustin Martin would claw one back for Richmond.
Runs out, improves the angle. That's a great kick.
But the Blues were winning most of the contests. Cruiser taking a strong mark, turning around and goaling.
He kicks from about 30, works it back beautifully, and through it goes. Alarm bells sounding for the Tigers right now.
Those alarm bells seemed to stir the Tigers. They'd roar back into the contest through Cochin.
Nahas floats the ball. Almost Jackson. Cochin for a second, he does.
The Blues lead evaporating by the minute. Jack Revolt adding something special.
Rounded back in from here. Revolt snaps and puts it through. He's got 2.
They'd trimmed Carlton's lead to just 12 at three-quarter time. Jack whittling even further in the fourth.
Knocked away was the Richmond player. It spills to Revolt, who goes into an open goal. Delidio did his job.
The Blues were in free fall. They'd be steadied by sub Kane Lucas, and then this from Yaron.
Yaron, still Yaron. Cheeky little bounce. Oh, well done. Runs towards goal. It's a chance. It's as good as you'll ever see.
Just round 1, and the needle was in the red in the Richmond box. Brett Ratton, though, was scheming on the boundary line. His Blues showing plenty of poise under the pump.
So 4 goals, 10 from the set shots tonight, the Blues. Make it 5-10.
Richmond had got within a kick at one stage, but with 5 minutes remaining, the Blues had it in the bag.
Yeah, now Lucas, so the sub comes on and kicks his second last quarter goal.
Jack Revolt would finish with 4 goals for Richmond, but the night belonged to Carlton.
Into the path of Armfield, goes to Robinson. Robinson 35 metres out and closing, and he puts it through. The exclamation point.
A 44-point win for the Blues. It doesn't get any easier for the Tigers. They face Collingwood, Geelong and West Coast in the next month.